What is going on, people inside that internet machine? Welcome to this episode of the pickups. We had some garage sales from thrift stores, and we got a package in the mail. Earlier this week, we got a package from Oak City Gamers. I will leave the link to that video up there at the end so you guys can check that out. But we hit the thrift stores. We want to do thrift stores and garage sale stuff that's not game related this week. Okay, we will. So Goodwill finally had some games in. $5, man. $5 is about the top of the mark that I want to pay for 360 games. We got UFC Undisputed 3. Does have the manual on there. Disc will need to be resurfaced. But at one time, this was like a $30 game. I think it's back down to about $15. And then X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition. This game is actually really fun. Again, another game that will need to be resurfaced. But yeah, $5 each. What are you gonna do? This is absolutely the type of stuff that I look for at yard sales, but I just happened to find this one at Goodwill. It's a 68 Corvette. It is one of the Revell model kits. It was $5. These kits still go for about $25-30. Looks brand new. Everything's still in the package. And yeah, we'll get that on the eBay store. Also at Goodwill, got this big bag of Aliens and Predator figures from the mid 90s there. Also, there's an Exo-Squad suit in there, which is kind of interesting. While I was back in the toy section, now I did have Exo-Squad when I was a kid, but this was sitting on the shelf. Maggie Weston with her rescue suit, whatever this is. And that one was $2, so that was a pretty good investment for just $2, you know. So last weekend, Tyler and my son and I, we went to the Columbus Toy Show, and what a dumpster fire that was. I've never been so mad at people at a convention in my entire life. You know, like, we drive on the right side of the road, so you figure you'd walk down the right side of the aisle, and then, you know, turn around, come back, so you're also on the right side of the aisle. No, people just cutting right across. They go, oh, look at that, and then they just stop right in front of you as if you weren't even there. I think I pushed a couple people, and we probably left before the authority arrived to escort me out. Know what I'm saying? It stunk, like body odor in there, real bad, like worse than any convention I've ever been to. It just got real funky, real fast in there, and yeah, it was not a good time. But we did get to see some old friends. My friend Jared and his wife were there. They were selling Legos and PC games. Gary and his daughter were there with their boxes of video games. Let's see, who else was there? Oh, Brian from Brian's Video Trader out in Newark. It was good to see him. And maybe a couple other people. But most of it was like old Star Wars and He-Man. That was like really what it was. Some G.I. Joe. But a lot of Funko, man, and I don't really like the Funko that much. However, there were a couple vendors there selling video games. One guy sort of had a mix of stuff. He had a Sega Game Gear and some games. I said, how much are the Game Gear games? He goes, I don't know, man. $5 each. Cool. So we picked up RoboCop versus Terminator. RoboCop versus Terminator. Not crazy, but that one game will sell that and we'll pay for this one, which is the more expensive game. It is Outrun Europia, which is about a $25 game. There's another Outrun game on the Game Gear that's like really expensive. It's like a $50 game, but yeah, we went to the toy show. I didn't have a great time. I thought I would. You know, I don't know. Tyler picked up some old Micro Machines, but that was about it. So I hit about 40 garage sales today out in Johnstown, Ohio. They have their Swappers Day this weekend, and it's basically at like the Sportsman's Club and a bunch of vendors set up. There's a lot of traffic. People come from all over to this thing. And the locals there know that it's a good weekend to do garage sales, so they all just have garage sales. And we really didn't find anything, but we went to this one sale. This guy had a box of Transformers. He wanted $1 each for them. I said, listen, man, I want to buy the whole box. Give me a price for the whole box. He said, give me $20. So for $20, we got a big box of Transformers here. I don't know what that one is, this Lambo, but that's pretty sweet. Looking through here, there's like a bunch of Cybertron keys and parts and pieces. And I really learned a lot about Transformers when I bought that lot earlier this summer. You know, I'm sure that there's probably $40 or $50 worth of parts and pieces there. So anytime you could double your money and maybe keep a couple, that's awesome. But I asked him, I said, do you have any game stuff for sale? And he was like, no. Here's what happens, right? Okay, story time with CM Retro. So what are the stereotypes about gamers, right? That we're introverted, we lack social skills. So I try and use those to my advantage. So they're gonna tell you one of three things. No, we don't have games. Yes, we have games. Let me go get them for you. Or we have some, but we don't really want to sell them. And that's when most people give up. I always ask, that's awesome, man. What do you have? And then they tell me what they have. Oh, we got some Nintendo and Wii. Oh man, that's great. I love the Wii. Hey, do you have any games that maybe you don't play that you would want to sell? Like I probably wouldn't be interested in the console. And you would be amazed what people bring out of their house. So this guy's telling me he's got some GameCube stuff and a fantastic N64. And he goes in the house. He's like, yeah, I'll go check. So he goes in the house and he grabs a couple games, comes out. And one of the games was this guy right here, SSX On Tour. Now this is the one that features the Mario characters, which I can only imagine how awesome that is. Complete. And I said, okay, how much do you want for the GameCube game? He goes, I don't know, would you do like $5? I'm like, sure, no problem. So then I did the move where I'm like, well, here, let me write down my information, you know, my phone number, please text me if you have any more video game stuff. Never works out, right? But you still got to do it. You still got to go through the process in case that one person calls you back. And about an hour later, he texted me back and said, hey, we're going to sell our GameCube and we got some games if you want to come back and take a look at it. So I go back. He's got the GameCube at $80 with cords and controllers. I'm like, that's a little bit too high for me. And I start checking out the games and I'm like, how much do you want just for the games? I mean, I have a GameCube. He's like, I don't know, just give me like $2 a piece. No problem. These games are still out there, guys, but you gotta ask for them. In the last 2 years, I would say maybe 1% of the time have I ever gone to a garage sale and the stuff that I want is right there. I always have to ask, you know what I mean? And use those tactics. We were at a community sale a couple years ago and we saw a kid walk up, 20, so he's like, you got any video game stuff? And she was like, no, and he goes, okay, and walks away. And I walked up about a minute later and I'm like, you got any video game stuff? She's like, no. I'm like, you got something. What do you got? Well, we got some Wii stuff, but we don't want to sell it. Oh, I totally understand. I love my Wii. Do you have any games that maybe you don't want, that you don't play, that you would sell? Oh, yeah, let me go check. And she went in and brought out some games. You know what I mean? So use that to your advantage, man. It's a great strategy to use. So for $2 each, actually, I had a 5 and a 50 left. And he goes, I'll just take the 5 because they didn't have change or didn't want to make change. So we got these 3 games for $5. MVP Baseball 2005. Now, this is the last MVP game that they made on the GameCube. That's not like super special information or anything, but it does go for a little bit of a higher price. At one time, this was about a $25 or $30 game, and right now it's about 15 or so. Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron. These games are complete. They'll need to be resurfaced, but you know, $2 Star Wars GameCube game, not going to pass that up. And then we got a kind of dingy copy here of Time Splitters 2. Now this game is about $20 or so, maybe 25. So we'll get these cleaned up. We'll take these out to Maxine's Bargain Box in Newark, Ohio, because I don't have an attachment for my JFJ to resurface these. So he'll resurface those. He'll probably do it for free. But yeah, so we got $11 into these GameCube games. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's out there, guys. You just got to ask for it. So last thing that we got today, we got a package from Adam and Bobby, great friends. Adam's been doing the eBay thing, but he does not have a disc resurfacer yet, so he's left with all these discs that have scratches and whatnot on them. And he asked me if I wanted them, and I was like, sure, no problem, man, I'll take them and see if I can do something with them. But yeah, so we got this nice stack of stuff here. Fast and Furious, the 8-movie collection. I don't know if that was just a throw-in or if none of these discs need to be resurfaced. I think I watched the first 2 Fast and Furious movies, and that's sort of where we ended there. Let's see what we got. Okay. Army of 2 on the 360. The Sims 2 Pets on the Wii. MX versus ATV Reflex. Left 4 Dead 2. This one actually looks pretty cool. I might keep this one. Shift to Unleashed Limited Edition. Been looking for another arcade racer. Always a good one here. We got Minecraft, Farming Simulator 15, Farming Simulator. I might keep this one because I really just want it. I don't know why. World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. Yeah, how about that? That looks sweet. We got a blank case that has Mario Kart Wii in it. Boom. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. My favorite Crash game of all time, even though the loading times are terrible. Donkey Kong Country Returns. I don't know why this goes for so much. The Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 combo pack. This is like 20-25 bucks, but if you were just to go buy Black Ops and Black Ops 2, they're like $8 each. You know what I mean? So I don't know why the combo pack is so expensive. I don't know if it came with you know, extra DLC or something. And then the last game, this is what I'm going to keep for myself. Infinite Discovery on the Xbox 360. Looks like a really cool action RPG kind of game. And actually these discs aren't in bad shape, so those should clean up really nicely. So that's going to do it, guys. Special thanks to Adam and Bobby for the games. I'll get those resurfaced, and I'll get you something back in the mail soon. And thank you, Matt from Oak City Gamers. Make sure you check out the package video that he sent me up there somewhere at the end. What have you been picking up? Leave a comment down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share on social media, because that really does help out a lot. And it gets people that are outside the CM retro gaming realm, it gets their eyeballs on the content, and hopefully brings some more people in. So I'd appreciate that. Don't forget to bang that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of your CM retro gaming goodness, guys. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.